Greetings, dearest ones. We are the elders. We come to you from Arcturus, and we speak to you with one voice. And we ask you to also bring the parts of thy sacred self together and see with one voice. How is it possible to see with a voice? It is a matter of observing. What are you observing? What are you observing in your day-to-day moments, in the way that your physical body feels, the experiences that are coming around you? When you observe, you are given a gift of knowledge, a gift of deep understanding, and that understanding speaks to you with a voice. Many believe that it is the voice of the divine or the voice of love. It is really the voice of your sacred self. It is a voice that often wants to come through, but you do not hear it. You wish to ask outside, others who may know more than you do, what is the best course of action to take. And we come back to you, and our answer is to guide you into, what does your inner voice say? What is the deep wisdom that wants to come through? And you may exclaim and you may cry out that I cannot hear you, and that is why I'm calling out to you. And this is how we can help you. We can help you take that step aside, which then brings you to the step above, to see, to observe, the way you would with a crystal ball. Now, it is always fine to ask another for guidance, for wisdom, but in the end, beloved, only you can truly decide what is the best course of action. And so we come to bring you these words of reassurance that however you choose, it is the right course of action where there really isn't such a thing as right and wrong. Oh yes, there is when you see right action and wrong action. But to take a course of action, beloved, if you are truly aligned with that voice that is coming deep within, it will steer you where you are meant to go. So we ask you to look within your sacred self and decide, what is it that you truly wish for? If it is a huge creation project, what is the tiny step that I can begin to take to bring it to fruition? And so we leave you telling you that we are with you. We as a collective decided that this would be our mission to help you, and we do it by supporting you, by guiding you, by bringing you such messages as the one today. Begin to trust. Trust what your inner voice is saying, what your inner eye is showing you. And we are smiling with you, for the answers are there. Farewell, dear friends. I am Jeshua. I was the representative of the Christ energy on earth at a time when that energy was not welcomed or understood, but it was necessary to sow the seeds of that energy so as to give an impulse to consciousness. The collective consciousness at that time had become stuck and stagnant. When energy or consciousness stagnates, it increases the pain and suffering in humans, and so it becomes increasingly difficult for people to connect with their soul and to absorb any sparks of its light. The more that fear and ignorance prevail, the more people remain deprived of a connection with their souls, the living source of all their creativity. Everything you truly choose and create out of freedom, not determined by your circumstances, your youth, or your other lives, comes from the soul as the source of that creation. The greatest threat to the collective consciousness of the earth and humankind is that individuals lose the connection with their souls, their inner creative source. When that happens, humans lose their center and become fragmented. And as a result, they become the playthings of outer influences, of fears especially, and then they tend to rigidly adhere to the existing order. A person who lacks a soul connection seeks certainty by belonging to and desiring direction from the existing order, the social circles of which he or she is part. Through meeting outward expectations, one seeks acceptance and certainty. This, however, is a wrong path that leads a person astray because, at this time, the collective consciousness on Earth demands renewal, change, and the unlocking of new paths. You are essentially doing what I did in my time, although now there are more openings in the collective field around the Earth. There is a broader impulse that can grow into a heart-born consciousness in which unity is again felt between all that is alive, between humans and also between humans and nature. You all are being moved by this sincere desire to contribute to this consciousness change that is coming from your soul. When you feel that call in your soul, it is a sign that your heart is awakening and that you are connecting to deeper layers in yourself. It takes courage to follow your soul and to free yourself from the expectations of parents, family, friends, colleagues, and working conditions. The way inward, restoring the connection with your own soul, requires courage and the ability to bear your pain consciously, and also to honestly face your own fears, which undoubtedly arise when you turn inward. When you awaken, when you hear the call of your soul, it often happens that life seems to get more difficult, more burdensome, and that is because you become very conscious of your fear and your compulsive wanting to adapt, of your desire to be recognized and to not be rejected. You will be confronted with this fear when you begin to follow the whisperings of your soul. When you follow your unique path, you will be challenged in all sorts of areas, in relations with your family, with your loved ones, in your work, in everything. I ask you to be very gentle with and respectful of yourself. Following the path of your soul makes you vulnerable, sensitive, open, yet herein lies your great power. A vulnerable person is infinitely more creative and vital than a restricted one. But to be able to bear this vulnerability in this harsh world, it is necessary to appreciate what you are and to surround yourself with the attention and care you need as an awakened person. You cannot expect to be understood and supported by your surroundings. If you take a step out of the mass consciousness, you stand alone. So it is of great importance to realize who you are and what your role is, and as I said, to surround yourself with attention and care. I ask you to do that now by going inward with your attention and descending with your breath to your abdomen. Withdraw your attention from your surroundings and instead focus completely on the presence of yourself. Feel the field of energy that surrounds you and belongs to you. Become aware of your feet on the ground, your connection with the earth. Feel the energy of Mother Earth and feel how she recognizes you. She is a living, vital creature with tremendous intelligence, a very old knowing. Feel how she welcomes you and wants to help you complete your soul's mission, your soul's path. The earth is there to support you. In part, the earth is in you through your body of flesh and blood. Your body carries in itself the language and intelligence of the earth, of Gaia. Connect with this earthly aspect of yourself. The cells of your body are made of earthly substances, of matter, but their driving force and source is your soul. Your unique soul is the true creator of your living body. There is a collaboration between the natural power of the earth and your soul. The body that you now inhabit is a manifestation of these two forces. So observe your body with reverence. Release all the outer judgments you may have about your body. Feel the inner life and the divine nature of your body. Become aware of the presence of your soul in your body. Your soul is in your body, not somewhere far above or outside you. Without your soul, your body would not exist. Imagine that in every cell of your body, the intelligence and information of your soul is present as sparks of light. Feel that light flow throughout your entire body. Welcome your soul in your body. Then see if there is a place in your body that feels tense or painful, where there is something that makes you suffer. Is there a place in your body or in your energy field that attracts your attention? Where you feel the flow of your soul is stagnant or blocked, let that place become aware of itself. And if you want to do so, you can make an image appear that suits this stagnant energy, something that gives you understanding about this blockage. Feel what is there and look at it lovingly. You do not have to do anything about it. Just feel it and observe where it blocks you. And look at it with gentleness. You may see a child in that blocked or stagnant part, a child who belongs to you, an inner child who would like to free itself but is burdened by certain fears and judgments. See if you can open to that child by asking it what it would take to be able to express itself in the world and to develop more freely. Imagine you are seeing this child. Realize that healing begins immediately when you connect with the blocked part in yourself in this way. If you look freely and openly, observing without judgment at the dark parts in yourself, love flows. And this in itself is healing. A part that is lost comes back to you. Let this happen. Receive the child into yourself who has become lost or held back. It is a source of life and wants to come to you. Now, I want to say something about the light work you do in the world. When you go deep within yourself and examine and confront the dark parts of yourself, you are also doing something for the collective consciousness. You dig a new path. You open up new opportunities for the greater field of consciousness to be lifted to another level, one of more openness, warmth, love. This road that sometimes seems very lonely asks for courage and direction, and not just for yourself. What you have to give to others, ultimately, is your own path of development, the way you have traveled with much pain and effort. The healing and transformation that is yours to complete is your greatest gift to humanity. You can do all kinds of things to develop yourself, obtain skills, training, and tools to be at your disposal. But the essence of what you share is you, which is your unique soul linked with your earthly personality, and the integration and transformation you have accomplished internally. This is the light that you radiate, a unique light that is your own. No one walks the same path. Your unique light attracts certain people, and at the same time, you attract possibilities on your own path, both in private and in the field of endeavor. So even when you go outward again from that connection with your soul, as you manifest in the world, remain very conscious of the creative source within you, the soul within you. It's also, when it comes to light work, it is the intention that you follow your unique path and not adapt too much to existing standards and ideas. You need to be aware of what suits you, the form in which you serve, and not so much what it is that you serve. This is what I am pointing to when I say, take yourself seriously and pay attention to taking care of yourself as a light worker. You are, and remain, vulnerable and sensitive, just because you are so brave in following your inner way. Now imagine for a moment your unique gift or gifts to this world that stem from the flow of your soul. See them as a flower that radiates its light outward from your heart. Discover the flower in the center of your heart that reflects your energy. Imagine that you share with the world, with society, this precious energy born from your inner transformation. See what that flow appears like. Do you feel that this unique energy, which belongs to your path, finds its way into your work, into your relationships in the world around you? Or do you feel that you are holding something back? And also observe how this energy, this radiant flower in your heart, is received by the people around you. Imagine you are facing a person who is very important to you and that you give out to that person from your heart the energy of your flower. See if that person can actually receive it, whether he or she offers resistance to it or is open to it, and look without judgment. This also can be done with the work that you do. Feel whether your energy can flow out in a certain place or in a particular situation, and if it is actually received, which is to say, understood and appreciated. This is important. Please treat yourself with care and respect. Preserve and cherish the flower in your heart that is so very valuable. Finally, I ask you to feel my presence. I am not alone here. You all are surrounded by loving guides who support you on your path. As a human and as a light worker, you are surrounded by light and support from non-earthly spheres. You are so loved. Feel the respect and care that comes from our sphere to you, and treat yourself in the same way. I greet you from inner connectedness. Know that I am never far away. We are one.